Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Dylan here. We have a major bombshell today from Kevin O'Leary coming out and praising Trump, revealing the truth. He says this is the real reason why CEOs are flocking to Donald John Trump right now. Many leaders, world leaders, foreign leaders are coming to meet with Donald Trump, and especially American leaders who are typically on the left are meeting up with Donald J. Trump. Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, they are both donating money to Trump now to the inauguration. You have the TikTok CEO just met with Trump in Mar-a-Lago, and it's really cool. So we have Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. He's also an American investor, an American entrepreneur, multimillionaire, coming on to speak about Trump. So before we dive in, we're going to read the Bible. We're going to pray because God comes first. Amen. Comment amen down below if you believe that. Today's Bible reading, Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans I have in mind for you, declares the Lord. They are plans for peace, not disaster, to give you a future filled with hope and a future. Amen. So comment amen down below, my friends. And now let's bring on Kevin O'Leary. I actually think he's pretty smart, and he's been pretty unbiased this whole time. And he just wants America to do well financially. He's a businessman, and he saw that the answer was very clear. It was Trump. And his co-star on Shark Tank, Mark Cuban, yeah, they did not agree on that.
Joining us now, O'Leary's venture chair. He's Mr. Wonderful himself. We love Kevin O'Leary. Kevin, it's always great to see you. Merry Christmas. Let's get your reaction to that. And also, we've got CEOs racing to meet with Trump. Amazon CEO, Netflix, Apple, Google. What do you think?
It's all about the numbers. He has a majority mandate until the midterms. This is a phenomenal platform for Trump. Everybody knows he's pro-business, but as far as those CEOs, there's two things they care about. They know with certainty tax rates probably stay at 21%. That's huge, versus 28, which was the other idea. But the other thing is deregulation and freedom of speech on social media that's going to really matter. So all of a sudden, you want to suck up to Trump in a very big way because of two reasons. He's got the power, he's got the mandate, he's got the reach, and no one's going to touch him for 2 years. So everybody's showing up in Mar-a-Lago. I don't care if you're running a country or you're CEO of an S&P 500 company, you're sucking up, and there's a very important reason for it. Power. Majority mandate, there's nothing like it. I don't care what country you're in. You got to talk to the chief and find out what he's thinking, because this is a relationship guy. Everybody knows that. And
yep, Trump is he's the author of The Art of the Deal. But I actually have to push back on Kevin O'Leary a little bit here. I think they're meeting up with him for that, maybe yes, but also I think people are also thankful. Dare I say that some of these guys just want to meet up with Trump and just say thank you for saving our country? Like the nightmare that we avoided with Kamala Harris, our economy would have been flushed down the toilet. Tim Walz up there, he was bragging about how he didn't own a home, he didn't have any investments, he doesn't have a retirement account. That we would have put our trust in Tim Walz and Kamala Harris to run our economy. I mean, she proposed giving out $25,000 just free cash to first-time homebuyers. And yeah, that's really going to help the housing crisis. I mean, they had no clue what they were doing. I think a lot of people are celebrating. I mean, look right here. The price of our 401ks are right. S&P 500, Bitcoin, the stock market is flying through the roof. American businesses, everyday Americans can now be happy financially. It's a good thing.
I think this mandate's going to be way better than the last one, a lot more stable and very good for business. I'm licking my own chops right now. These are good times.
Yeah, you look really happy, So let's get your reaction. Victor Davis Hanson wrote, quote, "Never in U.S. history has a president-elect like Trump been welcomed as a real president even before his inauguration. That there's a, quote, universally desperate hope in the U.S. and overseas that Trump will put an end to the collective madness that happened under Biden. Trump's going to wipe out Biden's economic mandates like, getting rid of gas cars." How damaging was Biden here?
You know what's a good sign that we avoided a nightmare is Joe Biden. He's now auctioning off the wall, which he knows exactly why Trump, he knows that Trump is going to be using the wall. He's literally, let's pull it up on X. Honestly, X is the superior platform right now to find good news. Biden auctioning off wall. It's crazy. These steel metal is looking lined up. This is literally what Trump's gonna have to use this stuff. Look at this. Why is Joe Biden auctioning this off for starting at $5 each for a whole pallet, not just one bar, a whole pallet for $5? It's crazy. A Border Patrol agent estimates that up to half a mile worth of wall is being transported every day. Joe Biden's doing a big FU to the American, because this is paid with American taxpayer dollars. So it's like, he's just, again, wasting American taxpayer dollars. We already spent money on this. Why are you selling it, knowing that Trump is gonna have to then go ahead and buy more of it? Look how much this is. Somebody please give me an answer as to why they're doing that.
In certain sectors, and I would certainly say energy, he was very damaging. Those policies didn't really make sense, and they did a tremendous amount of damage. And those, if you look all around the world right now, governments, you just talked about Trudeau, he's on his way out in the next couple of weeks. He had similar protocols, and people just said they don't make sense. And so what we want is when it affects the individual, and when all of a sudden everything they do costs more and they can't make ends meet, people get, for lack of a better word, pissed off. And that's exactly what happened in America. It corrected itself very quickly. And now Trump, who's sounding very rational. I mean, the amazing thing about Trump 2.0, I don't care what sound bites you get, sounds good to me. I mean, I don't care who you are. He sounds pretty rational. He's really taken it into a new place. And, I'm just saying, if you think about it, this is what the people wanted to hear. They gave him the mandate. He's delivering the mandate, and he's doing it really quickly. That's what's so incredible.
That's what's incredible. We do need the big Trump tax cuts fast. Trump has got to get his tax cuts done. They're expiring next year. Biden lost because of inflation and a flatlining economy. Too much GDP growth depended on government spending under Biden. Reagan's tax cut didn't take effect until 2 years later in 1983, and that's when he had 4 million jobs. Jobs took off under Reagan. So when you see that kind of debate going on in D.C., are you confident that the Fed, that the government understands that to lower inflation, you got to get tax cuts, you got to get the supply, the goods producing part of the U.S. economy fired up and ready to go because we have too much demand?
Well, let me tell you what they're saying in CEOs' offices right now. They don't think the 15% is going to get there. And look, I'd love to see it myself, but they're sure the existing 21% platform is going to stick. That's all they needed to hear. But the added bonus, the extra juice, is the deregulation, the federal deregulation, particularly on energy independence. I mean, that's fantastic.
Amazing, guys. I'm so excited. Kevin O'Leary, again, he's an unbiased guy. I believe he's come out and said, look, I'm not a Trump supporter at all, but I do support good business and good, he's like, I'm a business guy in America. Of course, I want to do what's best for my company in America. So that's why he ended up supporting Trump. So big ups to Kevin. Let me know your thoughts on this one down below, guys.